Hi, friends. We have been learning all about maps, what they are, how we use them and read them, and why it's important to know about maps. Today, we're going to continue with lesson number 4, map symbols. So by the end of today's lesson, you should be able to tell what a map symbol is. Our learning target is we can tell what map symbols are. So by the end of this activity lesson, you should be able to tell what the symbol is and even why it's important that we know what map symbols are. So, of course, we're going to start with another read aloud by Karen Jones. This one's called Map Symbols. Along with map skills, we've also been learning about predicting while we read or before we read. Take a look at this picture on the front cover and what we already know about maps, what you might know about the word symbols, and the picture that it's showing in the title, the name Map Symbols. What do you think this book is going to be about? Can you make a prediction? Yeah, definitely has to do with maps. Does anybody already have the word symbols in their schema? Does anybody know what a symbol is? Shout it out if you do. Great job. Let's find out what Karen Jones has to say about it. When you look at a map, you may notice different pictures and symbols. Take a look at this map. A symbol is a picture that stands for something else. For example, here we have a restaurant, and the symbol for restaurant is this little checkpoint, this little pink checkpoint with a picture of food on it. On some maps, you will see a map key. The map key tells you what the different pictures and symbols mean. We made a map key when we mapped our classroom. So this, as you can see, has a symbol for a crosswalk, a garden, a house, a road, a forest, water, and grass. Now think about this for a moment. Do you think it would be easier to draw out every individual house and thing on every map? For example, this map of this little neighborhood, you might be able to show every tree and every house. But on a map of America, would we have enough space, or would it be easy to read if we showed every house in America? No way. That would be too difficult to read and too difficult of a map to make. So instead, we use symbols to represent things. Then it's a little bit easier and not so crowded, and it's easy to identify on the map when you have a key. A map key gives you information so that a map makes sense to you. If you didn't have a if you didn't have a map key, you may not understand what everything in the map is. A map key uses colors and pictures to represent different places and things. As you can see here, this is map symbols. This is the pond. This little hanger is the mall, the bakery, the road, the post office, and the grocery store. If you were to look at a picture of this little town from above, all of the buildings might look the same. All the roofs might be gray or brown, and so you're just looking at a bunch of gray or brown rectangles, but you wouldn't be able to tell what building is which. And so in this picture, you can see that in this map that we used map symbols. A map uses colors and pictures to represent different places and things. One symbol that you may find on a map is a compass. A compass tells you what direction is north, south, east, and west on a map. You may have seen a compass. There's also a tool called a compass that you hold in your hand and it points to north. We don't really use compasses a lot unless your job is as a map maker or something similar where you need to know the directions. But your parents, if they have a cell phone, might have a compass on their phone as well. And this helps because if someone gives you directions, for example, to find the mountain, go north. You need to know which direction is north. And we'll talk more later on what that means and how exactly you would find it if you don't have a compass. My friends in class will even get a chance to look at a compass, hopefully. And so if you have a compass at home and you're at home, this would be a great opportunity to get it out and look at it. This symbol right here is a compass on a map. So north is in, east, south, and west. You may find symbols for land and water. You can find symbols for mountains and roads. Do you see any symbols for land and water on this map? Yeah, it looks like there's a little lake over there. And what about land? That's right. The green is a lot of land in this map. Do you see any symbols for mountains and roads? That's right. There's a little mountain and a road down the middle of the map. That's right. You may find symbols for important places like hospitals and police stations. What important places can you find on this map? That's right. This symbol is for school. Do you see a school on the map? There it is. What do you think this symbol means? That's right. It's a hospital. That symbol right there, we call this the Red Cross, and that all around the world is recognized as a symbol for healthcare or for doctors. So that no matter whether you speak the language of the country or the place that you're in, you will be able to find a hospital when you need one. That's pretty helpful, especially if you're in a country or a town or somewhere that you don't know the language. That makes things a lot easier. What do you think this symbol is for? That is money. It's a bank. Do you see a bank on the map? And how about this symbol? You're right, that's for an airport. What about this one right here? That's a police station. Can you find the police station on the map? Why do you think it's important to have a symbol for a police station on a map? Or something like a fire station? Yes, if you need help, then you, yes, say you're in a town that's unfamiliar or you don't know where to go and you need help, that would be a great way to find it. Look at a map. What do you think these symbols represent? I'll point and I want you to tell me what you think. What do you think this symbol stands for? Yeah, it's probably a bus station. It does look like a bus. If you said a train station, maybe, but it looks more like a bus than a train to me. What about this symbol? Yeah, somewhere to eat, a restaurant, a food, fast food maybe. What about this one? A railroad. Yeah, that probably is more likely to be for a train. What about this one? That's an L. Ooh, a book with an L on it. The library. That's right. What about this one? A house or building of some sort. And this? Ooh, those are great guesses. Maybe a hotel, somewhere to sleep. What about this one? You know that one. That's a playground. And this one? If you said a gas station, you'd probably be right. So today in your workbook, you are going to help Henry make a map of his class, just like we did in the classroom or in your home. He has a key. The square symbol represents a desk. The table is represented by a rectangle. The chair is here, it's a little semicircle. And the rug is a circle or oval here. This says Henry's class has 2 desks, 3 tables, 12 chairs, and 2 rugs. So you're going to look at the number and you are going to draw that many to match what his key says, what he says his classroom has. Okay, so you're going to look at the symbol For example, it says 2 desks. So how many squares would you add? 2. That's right. And then 3 tables, so you would have 3 rectangles. That's right. Down here on the quick check next to the star, it says maps can show places that are outside or inside. Yes for smiley face, no for frowny face. Smiley face for yes, no, frowny face for no. Maps can show places that are inside and outside. Or outside. And the flower question says, are maps helpful? Yes or no? Are maps helpful? Yes or no? Okay, remember. Okay, our learning target was we can tell what map symbols are. Can you turn to someone close by and tell them what a map symbol is? That's right, a map symbol is a little picture that represents something else on a map. Well, why are map symbols important? Turn to someone else and tell them why map symbols are important. Great job, friends. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.